Hey, what's up guys, it's T-Bone here. Welcome back to another episode of playing Legend of Solgard, where today we take on the second boss, Rungner from the boss arena. So the team I wanted to show you is a pretty cool one. Actually, it uses uses one of the main feature heroes for this event, for this week, and it's the Mossbow. I'm also using Redguard because it's a boosted creature. So there's two boosted creatures here, and I'm also using the sort of my staple Dazzlepaw as well as Tusker. So this team actually is really effective, especially since I have two boosted heroes for this particular boss. So let's take a look and see how that works out. So we're actually going to be stepping into the second fight here. In the first fight, I tried using Gnawbark instead of Mossbow, because I tried to use the same strategy where using Redguard and Gnawbark, I could create more barriers to try and protect from the attacks from Rungner, but it didn't quite work as well as I did against Nidhogg, and so I put in Mossbow instead, and it actually worked out really well. And so some of the strategies that I employ here is I look for opportunities to actually create large creatures as much as possible. And timing is actually going to be pretty important here, and we're going to take a look and see when, there are times where I actually waited one turn before I created the large creature. And mainly it's going to be when the main boss here, Rungner, when his main body actually has the 19 damage attack coming up. So right now the main thing that you're trying to do is attack the hands as much as possible. This actually creates a lot of issues, but the nice thing about this team is that it attacks really fast. So instead of depending on a creature that has multiple turns of holding, I actually just, bring in the entire team. This entire team actually will attack in one turn if I needed to, and they all attack with pretty good damage there. And so the nice thing about using, for example, with the Redguard, whenever you can summon him next to the hand, you're getting a lot of damage into the hand with the barrier because of the thorns there, and then he immediately attacks the hand again, and oftentimes you can take the damage down pretty low. So right now we're getting ready for the attack of the Rungner here, and at that time I didn't really have a choice. I just had to take the full damage there. But here, basically, every time I'm looking at ways to prepare for attack, I'm looking at what the next attack is going to be. So right now you can see that the hand is actually going to be attacking where there's a low target. So instead of shooting straight forward to damage me, the hand actually will only damage the creatures. So I have some time to prepare. And this is where I actually look for opportunities to get the big creature, which I did with the Redguard there. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a barrier using another Redguard again. So I do have Tusker, which is a large creature right now, to try and block a little bit of attack. And you can see it helped me block 7 of the hits right there. And so that's the benefit of creating a large creature at the right time. And given that these creatures all attack within 2 turns, if you create a large creature, you attack in 2 turns, you don't want to just create it as soon as you can. You want to create it knowing that it's still going to be holding when the attack happens from Rungner there. And so right here, again, I'm preparing for the attack that's about to come up. And so what I do here is, I know I couldn't really do anything, so I just create a barrier. So I have only 4 health remaining here, so I wasn't able to take it down as much as I would have liked. So it's actually this actually turned out to be a 3 attack sort of situation here, but I was able to take it down pretty low even with that. And so I have one more turn remaining before the final attack there, and I knew this is going to be my last hit. And so trying to decide the best course of action here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to look for an opportunity where I can boost the attack if I can, and this is where I'm going to put Mossbow right in the right at the top, and Dazzlepaw will actually give it a 2-hit increase, so I was able to at least maximize the amount of damage. So 240 damage actually with that particular setup, with that particular hit. And now we can take a look at the third attack and see how we're able to take down the rest of the 279 with this setup. So again, we're going to talk about strategy here, because even if you have this setup, you may not necessarily get the attack that you want. And so a couple of things that you may have missed there, I actually also look for opportunities to have a chained attack, where if you have synchronized attacks, 2 of the same creatures that actually attack at the same time, you get a lot of boost damage. Now, all of my creatures are about level 4 right now, and so they have pretty good stats as well. So you may not get the same kind of damage depending on how highly level your creatures are, but mine are about level 4 right now. And so right here, one of the things I'm looking for is I have 2 more moves remaining, and I'm trying to get down the left hand, the health of the left hand as much as possible. So I go ahead and use Redguard there, and I was actually able to take it down fully. And so when you have a single turn attack type creature, what you want to do is you want to line up the creature as much as possible to where you want it to attack. And with the Dazzlepaw, it's nice because he actually has this attack that goes across and then goes straight through as well for 5 hits. And then if you can then synchronize attack, it goes up to 11. And so that is actually a really good attack sort of combination there. And also the nice thing about Mossbow, when he does his first attack after you match him, when he throws the arrows, sometimes if it lands on the body of Rungner, it actually gives a multiple hits, and so you actually take on a lot of damage, and you can see how that works a little later. And so we're down to 133 health right now, and I'm about to get hit by the 19 hit. And so right now it's just about preparation. You really want to try to minimize damage as much as possible. So with this particular sort of setup where the team is quick, the only real opportunities are either you create a big creature or you look for ways to get barriers. So in this case, I'm using the Redguard to get some barriers, and I got really lucky here and just the creatures lined up nicely, so I was able to actually minimize a lot of damage there just because of the way the barriers ended. So look for opportunities there. Sometimes you could also get lucky like that. And so here again, looking for, I have 1 more turn for the tactic to come up, and so couple of things I'm looking at here. I know that I'm either going to take the hit from the left hand 14, or I'm going to get hit by the main body for 19. So I chose to block the main body, block the 19 damage there, and so I was able to minimize the attack there. I got 20 health remaining, and so again, right now the main focus, try to destroy the hand if possible, and you can just see sort of combined attack there. I'm able to destroy the hand and also attack the body down to 50. And also with the fire remaining, I don't have to worry about the hand there, so I just create the big creature again to block the attack. And so with 6 barrier and then the 9 attack there, I can block basically most of the attack there and only taking 3 damage. And so you can actually, what I would like for you to pay attention to here is, this is why using boosted attack really helps. So we're at 33 attack remaining. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a big creature, and you can see that with 1 single merge of the big creature, I was able to bring it down from 33 down to 11 with Mossbow because of his attack. So this is a really good sort of way to take down the team, and it's really a lot of fun. So I really enjoyed it, and hopefully this team setup works for you as well. So that's it for today's episode. Thanks a lot, and good luck on your boss. Take care.